shows, drove to Venice Beach, drove back home, and this nigga still had the same beer.
The No Jumper show is now officially live.
Oh.
We're here.
We in this bitch.
And we don't want any more bears.
What?
No, you guys don't watch The Simpsons, so you don't remember, but there was an episode where there was a chant. We're here. We're clear. We don't want any more bears.
Why was there no sense.
Well, it was funny because it looks like it's going to rhyme, but then it doesn't if you actually know how people say bears. Beers.
They need more beers.
It's because some guy got attacked by a bear on The Simpsons on that episode.
I thought you didn't watch any shows or movies or anything.
He only watches The Wire.
The Simpsons is godlike content. And yes, I did just finish The Wire. Thank you for mentioning that, Kim, so I can sort of pat myself on the back and say, I finally finished watching The Wire because some of those latter seasons got hella white people and it gets a little boring.
How many seasons is it?
5.
My name is my name.
My name is my name. I finally understand that. Shout out to Marlo. What a psycho
Did you watch it?
I'd never seen The Wire.
Really makes you think about how the nature of being a street drug dealer is to kill anyone who tries to even get close to your territory. That's just the nature of the game. And I was just thinking about how crazy it would be if that's how you went about like YouTube. Just kill everyone that I'm in competition with, because realistically, like, I would probably get a lot more views if I killed Joe Budden and academics. And
I was gonna say,
you sat down and thought about this.
Who else needs to go for me to be the only person talking about rap music?
You know that fucking chart thing with all the who's the best interview? Just kill all of them.
The thing is, though, the difference,
I feel like
and the reason why I will not kill Joe Budden and academics is because when you're selling crack in an open air project, you really can only have one crew doing it, because as soon as you have 2 crews in contention, they're going to be fighting in that actual area. They're going to end up shooting each other. Podcast is very different because people can watch multiple podcasts or multiple YouTube shows.
Yes, there's a lot of differences between the crack game and podcasting.
But people tell me that it's like the crack game is awful like the rap game.
What's up, Kim? How you feeling? How you feeling today, Kim?
I tried watching The Wire because I just finished Top Boy.
What is
the show that you need to watch? It's not a gay porn.
What is it?
It's not a gay porn.
I want to get Top Boy.
The reason why it's called Top Boy is because in
Top Boy. It's so easy. We got to say that.
No,
every rap
they're
song.
like the head honcho. You're like the top boy of like your block or whatever.
Right.
Of selling drugs.
Oh, so it's about selling drugs.
Selling drugs.
Oh, then I will watch it. I will definitely watch it.
No, it's really good. So then,
I thought it might have been like American Idol. Like who will be the top boy?
Who will be the top boy?
I don't know. Because I've heard the name, but I haven't seen a preview.
It's amazing.
It was on in like what 2013. It got canceled in 2013, 2012.
I just know they had 2 seasons.
Went away.
It was only fucking 4 episodes each season.
And they brought it back because Drake loved it.
So then it was on like Channel 4 or whatever in the UK, and then it disappeared after the 2nd season, and then I guess they syndicated it to Netflix, and then from there people like Drake and me,
all types of people
were liking it and tweeting about it, like, well, when the fuck is it coming back? What happened to it? It's really good. So I finished that, and then I was reading like some synopsis about it, and they're saying like, oh, it's like the new age Wire or whatever, and like after I finished 10 episodes in like a day or whatever.
Oh, I'm very intrigued by UK crime.
It's really fucking good
because they stab each other, so they got to get up close and personal.
They did a lot of shooting in this.
Stabbing someone is like fucking them, because it's like part of you just entering their body. And that in that way, like stabbing someone is very sexual and sensual.
Acid attacks too, which I don't think we do here.
That is also very sexual.
Throwing sulfuric
How are you getting turned on by acid
Every
attacks?
time me and my girl hook up, I give her a little acid attack afterwards.
No, like they're throwing like battery acid on people.
I know, but it's a metaphor. Like
metaphor for what?
Jizz.
Anyways,
jizz, dude.
I read the synopsis and they're trying to say that
your jizz is like battery acid.
It shares many properties.
Jesus Christ.
It sounds deadly and lethal.
It is.
Disgusting.
Many have died.
They tried to say that it was like the new age Wire. So then I went and tried to watch The Wire. Watched episode 1 and I was over it.
I'm going to give you my review when I get back.
You got 1 episode in?
I did. I got like 5 minutes in and I was like, I don't want to watch this.
What, The Wire?
Yeah. Because I could watch it for free with Amazon Prime.
Oh, you tried to pay for it?
No, I watch it for free because I have Amazon Prime.
Oh, you said like...
It's on Amazon Prime for free.
I thought you were
Commit to season 1. That's all I'm saying about The Wire. You got to commit to season 1 because season 1 is so great. There's so much bloodshed. There's so much drug dealing. It is just a grand old time.
Though. I don't really like when I gotta build up the show.
I don't think it's a build up. I need to get like hooked.
I think The Wire pretty much gets right into it, like the first episode. Because to me, it's like a show about a bunch of motherfuckers selling crack is like, okay, I'm in. Like, how could I not want to watch this? Like, it's got to really suck for me to not want to watch it, because that's something that
you're interested in doing.
You know, that's not something that I've ever done, but I still feel quite close to it, because I feel like I know a lot of people who've like sold crack in the projects and stuff. Maybe not crack, but sold
crack?
Just any drug selling movie in general just really appeals to me on a visceral level.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't know. After watching Top Boy and like the cinematic fucking
Top Boy
viewing,
is beautiful. Yeah, it's fire.
It was beautiful, and like all that fucking London slang and
you love it.
No, and after listening to that and going into The Wire, when like it looked like I was watching on VHS and shit.
We spent all that time in the UK together. Do you feel like you were like at risk of falling in love with a British person because they are so sleek and sexy and they talk cool?
I'm in a committed relationship.
Admit it though. That accent's hot.
Yeah, the accent's cool. Did you know that globally people think that people with the British accent are the most
attractive?
Not attractive and intelligent.
I know.
Well, you just sound
they just do sound smarter.
You could tell in our country for such an extreme. Like, there's so many people that are just from England and talk like they're from England, and they get so much credit for being so smart, but reality they're just from England.
They just
talk like everybody else from England.
Okay, am I tripping, or does Australians and British accents get confused?
They're pretty similar.
Kinda.
Like, if I meet a girl who sounds like that, I'm either like, you're Australian or you're from the UK.
That's because you're uncultured and you have no fucking clue about the world around you.
I've also never been to
Australian accents are more like, I don't know, like
they're more like goofy.
They're very, very much more like
The
goofy.
shrimp on the Barbie thing is a New Zealand thing.
Shrimp
though, right?
on the Barbie?
Shrimp on the Barbie is
Bobby.
On the Bobby.
That's from fucking Dumb and Dumber. That's all I know.
Is it?
I just know they like
Vegemite.
what's that? Vegemite.
Which
I want to try one day, but
we went to Australia, never had Vegemite.
It looks gross. It looks like salty Nutella.
I like the
Y'all eat anything weird lately?
Let me think. I always eat weird shit. Let me tap in to my main memory.
Yeah, booty.
Anytime I eat with Kim, we all eat some weird shit.
Yeah.
What, pho?
But Kim is just, it's not that weird. It's like you get Korean barbecue like 2 times and you have it all. And then
really
it's just
Korean.
the same shit over and over.
Should we introduce the show first before
thought we did.
dive in?
It's the No Jumper Show.
It's a No Jumper Show. Speaking of weird,
Usually you do your little intro like,
I got Kim.
I'm so
I got house.
I did kind of. I was like, house phones, am I right? Rah, rah, rah.
no, you didn't. We didn't do any of that bullshit.
Can I say that I was in Hawaii?
Okay.
And I missed the last show, but I was in Hawaii and it was great. And I don't really have much to say about it because it was just relaxing. We didn't do anything
You
crazy.
went like for vacation?
Yeah, what was that about?
Wow, let me tell you a little bit about that. So I was booked to do a show with the baby, where basically the baby was going to perform, and I was going to interview him backstage, and I was going to sort of host, introduce him, bring him out, all this stuff. We agree on an amount. This is some dudes that I had previously done a show with before for Ski Mask, but I guess that this was a little bit of a different situation promoter-wise, but the promoter that I dealt with before was involved. Anyway, they come and they give me the first half of the money in person.
Before you, like after you got on the flight.
No, but way before. They gave it to me like weeks and weeks in advance. They give me the first half of the money, so I'm like, whatever.
The
but
deposit.
Out here, yeah. But then me and Lena and fucking Jason and Tony Malouf are all waiting to get our flights. We're waiting until the last minute, and then they finally are like, oh, actually, the baby's we're going to be busy because of music. They gave us some weird fucking excuse for why they couldn't give you the money or why they couldn't buy us the flight. So, but it's at the last minute, and unfortunately, Jason has already booked a flight for his pregnant girlfriend to be out there, and they have a hotel lined up and everything. So I immediately realized, like, oh well, I got to fucking buy him a flight because this is so stupid that he fucking got roped into this for no reason as part of his job, and now he's like just spent all this money for no reason. So I had to buy him a flight, and like me and Lena also just really want to go on vacation, so we went out.
Oh, so it was just a vacation.
Yeah, but we did do the meet and greet. I didn't go to the baby show, but we did a meet and greet at the store.
You didn't go to the show. You're like, fuck that.
No, because I mean, I'm gonna go there like I was supposed to get paid to go there. All of a sudden, it kind of sucks the fun out of it, you know?
No, for sure.
And I wanted to do the baby interview too, but I was also
the first half though, right?
Yeah.
I did get the first half, but I mean, then
trip and ask for it back?
Nah, but then we had to buy flights and fucking hotels and shit. So it's like,
really annoying.
You kind of spent that back right there.
I definitely spent money on the thing overall.
Kind of like a paid vacation, kind of. You can use. I don't know how much you got paid, but you can just use that money for the vacation.
Yeah, it helped to cover it, but it would have been nice if we got the flights and the hotels
future,
covered
you
as well.
have to just do landed deals where they give you the money for. That's why I always ask for money for the flight, so I book it. I don't wait for the fucking flights.
That's
then if they book it, they book like 6 a.m. weird ass flights. Spirit.
Getting the money for the flight is a very smart idea.
It's called landed.
Landed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's smart.
Pretty much an agent,
Oh my God,
guys.
wait.
That makes a ton of sense.
Random old story, but Adam was gonna come with me to a show in New Mexico.
Farmington.
Yes, he literally was going. Adam was gonna come with me to New Mexico, and he was down. And instead of getting the flights, I had them like just send me the money, and I was gonna like I don't know. I think we were gonna rent a car or some shit, and Adam couldn't rent the car, so he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go," and then I had this girl drive me.
Was that the reason why I bailed? I thought I just bailed because I just felt like bailing. I forget.
Now you went to well, you might have been lying,
you
but you told me you went to the place to go rent the car, and they wouldn't let you rent it because
You have to tell the truth right now.
I don't remember, but I mean, yeah.
I remember why, but I'm not gonna say why. But
oh, wow, I was doing some fuck shit.
no, it wasn't some fuck shit. You just like you didn't have all the credentials that you needed to rent the car.
Credit card.
Yeah, you needed a credit card. You just only had like your bank card or some shit.
I'm janky. I had bad credit forever, and now my credit's great.
I felt that.
We fixed it.
Good credit is honestly really important.
I don't even know.
People,
Yes, it
people
is.
What my credit
don't
is.
realize.
Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad sign. You probably let TJX6 use your bank account.
Nah,
You slid the BOA info.
I used to do the Sprint methods, T-Mobile methods back in the day.
What's the Sprint method?
You just go like open up a new account, get hella phones in your name, and go sell them to the
Sounds awful.
Indian
if it's
man.
under your name.
Well, so many people, basically the scams that they do are just like, oh, I'll destroy my own credit.
Literally.
And just absolutely ruin any chance that I ever have of like being able to buy a car or a house. But you get like $1,000 in the short term, so fuck it.
I was
That's
also
like people being
17.
like, oh, I have the cash advance method.
Yeah.
Well, you know that
is?
shit goes away after a couple years, though, right?
No,
7 years.
It does?
Yeah.
It just,
7
it just
years.
eliminates like, okay,
It was like
you're back
like a
to
Sprint thing, though.
But you sometimes you still have to like go in and you have to like really work to get the stuff removed
if
from
I
your
really
shit.
have to
Sounds
pay
awful.
$800, like okay, I needed that money back then. Like it's like $800 now. Like,
Yo,
okay.
I'm gonna be real with you. When I was like 20 or something, I like cracked my kneecap open really bad, and I was in the hospital, and they ended up sending me a bill, and I think it might have been $12,000, but then they ended up being like, oh, we'll cut it down to $6,000, but of course I didn't even pay that either.
Oh, no.
And so it totally fucked my credit. But then all of a sudden 7 years have gone by, and I fucking had to like talk to them and stuff, but I got all the shit removed from my credit
didn't have
report,
to pay
and
it, though.
now I never paid it. So I essentially, but there was a bunch of other hospital bills back then. I probably got off on like close to like $20,000 worth of hospital bills, and all I had to do was have horrible credit for 7 years, which is actually pretty bad.
I mean,
Wait, your hospital cut you a deal? They do that?
They
pretty
for
janky.
some reason they were like, yeah, if you give us 6,000 instead of 12,000.
that was the real method. The hospital method.
But it was some shit too where I like brought in my fucking my
Mom.
bank statements and shit and showed them that I had like like $1,000 in the bank.
I'll
they
be
were
like,
like,
okay,
oh.
look, I'm poor.
Yeah.
Cut me a deal.
But in reality, I had a lot of cash at the house under the bed. But fuck them. They didn't know.
You still got that?
Nah. But
your
yo,
address again?
I used to go to the hospital. I'll go to the ER if I just like needed something. And I'll give them a fake social security number, and then it never came back to me. Yeah, they say,
Oh my
they say,
God,
what's your
this is the
social
real
security number? I
hospital
just
method.
fucking say some bullshit. They say, do you have your ID? I said, no.
Dude,
Wow.
It worked over and over and over. I don't know, like it always seemed too easy.
Did you just like freestyle the number off the dome?
Yeah, I would just say like my social security number, and then I would
With,
just
like,
change
3
a couple.
numbers?
1, 2, 3.
Because I'm like, dude, like I don't even what? Okay.
This is my moment to shine as a criminal entrepreneur, where I get to make up a couple of numbers. 6, 4, 9. Huh, that's random. That'll fool her.
That'll get her. Because I'm like, unless I was saying my own social security number, I don't even know how many numbers it's supposed to be. Like,
No.
I was going to say, do you even know yours?
yeah.
You would freeze up. They'd be like, "What's your social security number?" You'd be like, 1,
1,
2,
2.
3, 4, 5, 6.
I was about to say mine out loud right now.
Sir,
'cause
that doesn't sound very realistic.
I was about to say mine out loud because I couldn't remember it. for a
Air it
second.
out. There's a bunch of scammers out there, and they need that info.
Some people need to go to the hospital.
Wait, my homie put me onto the airport method.
What's that?
Oh my
Where
God.
if you're late to your flight, you just go in and ask for wheelchair assistance and like make up some random reason, and they'll wheel you right to the front.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I just watched them do this on Instagram yesterday. The airport method.
Can I tell you, my favorite scam was this. I would go. I love this. This kept me rocking denim for my whole childhood. You go into the store, you pick up 2 pairs of pants off the shelf. You walk up, you pay for them, boom, you leave. You come back the
sounds
next
like not a
day.
scam already.
Yeah, right. That's just buying something. Yeah. Then you come back the next day or hours later, and you don't have the pants. But you go back to the same exact spot where you got the pants, and you get 2 pairs of the exact same pants, and then you walk up to the desk, and you return those pants, and they give you the same exact amount of money that you spent on the pants from the day before. Boom. What do you get? Free pants.
But then
The pants
Are you
method.
paying cash or are you paying card? Because if you pay cash,
He still
they'll
has
give
to
you
pay for the pants.
Card, no money trail. Free pants. You know how much those Levi's were costing me? Probably upwards of $30 a pair. I was getting 2 pairs. Boom, $60 saved.
If you use the
in
card,
the streets of Nashua, I was like Al Capone.
If you use the card, then you're absolutely leaving a paper trail.
No, I would be using cash then.
I thought you said.
You just switch it up.
Oh, okay.
I was wilding.
That's not that wild. I would do that with Nike socks. I would go to Nordstrom's and like get Nike socks and then be like, oh, yeah, I bought these
Do you
already.
know the foolproof dine and dash method?
Just
What?
run.
You go to a
Burn the
grocery
place down.
just leave.
Shoot it up.
Shoot up the Denny's.
You shoot it up and nobody's worrying about you not paying the bill.
Okay, a safer method is you go to the grocery store and you know how they have the gift cards with like all the different
You leave
restaurants?
the gift card. Whoa.
So you order all the food amounting to that much. You leave the gift card. By the time they're scanning all the shit, you already left.
You're already gone. Wait,
A decoy. I like that.
wait. But you can add however much you want on a gift card though. So what do you mean?
You're not adding anything because you just steal the gift card.
I know,
from
but you
the
said
supermarket.
you said you ordered the amount of food that's on the gift card. You said.
Yeah, so because they say how much, like, oh, this one's a $50 gift card.
Yeah, you have
So
to
it's
write
like-
it on there, don't you?
No, they have different amounts
Oh,
that
they
you
do.
buy.
Okay. All right,
But when
cool.
you put that gift card down and
you just
then
walk
they
out.
take it and they start processing the transaction, realistically, how long do you have to get out of there? Because it could be like when you put it down, like, I mean, because
Yeah.
realistically, anytime you go to a restaurant, if you just are cool and casual about it and you
Yeah.
put down something that looks like money
and just walk
and you
out.
can just
walk
leave.
out, you walk out. And it's like, you probably got at least a couple of minutes to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that burp was really fucking bad.
I'm really
'cause
sorry.
The fan is going like that
just
way.
hit
It's like I
Right
sprayed
in the nose.
diarrhea in your face. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
Well,
okay.
you now
Yeah.
can splash
Acid
battery
attack.
acid on my face or your jizz, whatever you're
I'm
in the
like,
mood
whoa,
for.
whoa.
Yo, you want to know something so sus? Let me tell you guys something so sus. This is so
I'm ready.
funny to me. I go to the gym every day. There's a dude who goes there who's gay. A huge percentage of the people who go there are actually gay, to be honest, because it's West Hollywood.
Including you.
I wasn't there, or this dude saw my trainer after I trained, and he goes up to my trainer, I guess. My trainer told me this, and he goes, "Oh my God, I have such a crush on your client." And I guess that he emphasized that the guy closed his eyes when he said
like,
crush. And I was like, holy shit, that is so much gayer. Because he closed his eyes.
And like nutted.
Anyway, I feel kind of awkward about seeing this guy there now that I know that he's just looking at me like a piece of meat.
Just give him a little
You
wink.
should just fuck him, yeah.
No. I shall not.
Just to
do
get
that,
it over
no.
with, you know?
No,
Give him
we're
the
not gonna
acid
get it
attack.
over with. I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
You don't want to have that weird sexual tension in the air, though.
There's no sexual attention besides maybe on his end.
I mean, I feel like
I just don't want to fuck a guy.
reciprocating
I don't know
the-
if you can relate.
I feel like you're reciprocating the energy towards him.
That's not true. I'm in there. I'm looking at chicks sometimes, but usually not even that because there's not usually any hot chicks in there.
In West Hollywood, there's no hot chicks. I don't believe
Not
it.
at this
Apparently,
gym, a lot of
there's only
guys.
gay guys.
A lot of guys.
Yeah.
A lot of gay guys. Actually, it might be a gay gym.
That's
That makes
that's why you
sense.
that's why you signed up to go, right?
It might be. I don't know. I heard that like a bunch of the staff are gay too. I'm totally cool with that.
I'm about to say you sound like you like.
Yeah, you're like inquiring. about
Unless
all the
one day
staff
I
and the
walk
fucking
in there and they
clients.
fucking lock the door behind me and all the gay dudes in the gym
Is
just
that-
have decided that I'm hot enough that they're willing to take the charge and they just go to town on me
is that like
with the barbells and everything.
Is that like the normal fear for us as being straight? Is just to think that like all gay dudes just want to fucking lock you in a room and do that? 'Cause
I feel like that
think
is
that's very plausible.
when you ask a lot of stupid heterosexual people about what they think of gay people, that's kind of their auto response is like,
because they're stupid.
it cool as long as he ain't gonna try to fuck me. And it's like, okay, yeah, okay. Like
I'm LGBT friendly over here.
that kind of goes without
It's
saying that
2019.
if this person is gonna potentially sexually assault you, then
You should.
that's not okay. That's
Yeah.
not considered permissible
That's not
behavior.
okay in
No.
any.
Kind of, it should go without saying. Hopefully, a lot of like heterosexual people now know that you don't have to say that.
You know what else should go without saying?
What?
Waffles are better than pancakes. That's what we should.
Waffles
go.
are
I
better
agree.
than pancakes.
Oh, so we're all in agreement. So it's not even a discussion.
I thought we were
Waffles are
gonna
better
have-
than pancakes.
Mac
thought we
and
were having a
cheese or
debate.
coleslaw.
Mac and cheese is one of my favorite
Are you
foods.
joking? You were serious with that question, huh?
Coleslaw.
I thought I'd
Wait,
have another believer.
You don't know about that ski mask lyric? N-words ain't fucking with your coleslaw.
No, because I X'd that out of my memory.
It's a really funny lyric because it's just drawing attention to the fact that nobody likes coleslaw that much.
except for you.
Me.
I'll eat a macaroni salad before I eat coleslaw.
Macaroni
Hawaiian
salad.
mac salad?
I do like
Hawaiian
Hawaiian macaroni salad.
Love that.
But I don't like mac and cheese.
I love mac
That's
and
crazy.
cheese too, but I will admit that there's a lot of places that have shitty mac and cheese.
Oh, that's fact.
If you get some mac and
that's what I'm
cheese,
thinking, like you probably just had really bad
It
mac
just
and
tastes
cheese.
like classic.
if you give me some mac and cheese that's got a little bit of crustiness to
Yeah.
it, like
You
on
love
that
your
outer
crust.
layer, if
You love
there's
crust.
my
Yeah,
mom
you're crusty.
breadcrumbs, oh, she'd be breadcrumbing it up, so you got that nice crispy blackened layer on top. So
Yum.
that's when I really like mac and cheese. Is when
Josh
it
knows
has
about
some density, some texture to it.
Yuri's times up mac and cheese.
I'm not like. I mean, what's the super shitty mac and cheese you get at like 7-Eleven or
Like
whatever?
Kraft one?
Yeah, I
or
mean, like,
Yeah.
I would
Kraft.
fuck with that in a pinch, but I'm not going out of my way to eat that ever.
I'd rather eat like top ramen at that point.
Honestly, that's like one step up from being a bag of chips.
Have you ever played Soggy Waffle?
No, I have
Whoa,
not.
what
Although
is that?
I've heard that you have some involvement in that.
Are you
in the
familiar
past.
with the game, with the concept?
Let's not get demonetized. Let's not talk about soggy waffle on the podcast.
Wait, tell me
Can
what
I
it
tell
is later.
Kim, please?
It's a game where
Say it in the most PG way
Okay, right.
possible.
a bunch of men might relieve themselves on a pastry, and then
Ew.
how do you
And
decide who has to eat it?
The last person who ejaculates onto the said pastry
I feel like you two
has
have
to
played
eat
this
it.
game.
No.
Together,
Together,
just us,
Just me and
Definitely.
him.
and then we
You-
split it.
Yep.
We call it a draw.
You and your fucking smile. Go
A
away.
dude jerking off onto another dude's dick. That just made me fucking kind of want to
Yo,
puke
yo.
just thinking about what that would be like.
Wait, who said anything about any of that?
A lot of people.
All right.
You should
Okay.
see the stuff I've been getting into on the dark web, man. I ordered this Popeye's chicken sandwich off the dark web.
Wait, did you actually?
No, I'm just kidding. I noticed
keep
you
seeing that.
I tweeted that.
Oh.
I'm like, that is actually like probably the lamest thing you could possibly do is to just.
On the dark
What's
web.
the beeping?
It's just
Oh, it's a truck outside.
construction.
Beep beep. Who
Beep,
got
beep.
the keys to the Jeep? Vroom.
Who got the keys to my meat?
Claimed by Missy Elliott.
Well, that'd be
Legend, by the way.
I think that was like Wyclef Jean or somebody. That was not Missy Elliott. Who originally?
it's definitely her.
Who originally said that though? That was like.
Oh yeah, I think he might have said it too.
Sima,
You're right.
who got the
Oh,
keys
yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
Bima?
Yeah, you're right.
We're about to get copyrighted by everybody.
No, but the Jeep one was her.
Yes.
I guess.
He
sure.
says, but I wonder if he was the first one to say that. You're right though, because we should like
Was.
really familiarize our audience with a bunch of weird phrases that people have used over the years.
I'm really. I'm always. I like to.
Be Jamaican.
The history of who's got the keys.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, where's my car? Is the original.
But isn't it weird that with that Future and Jay-Z song,
Keys,
I got the
keys,
keys.
keys.
keys,
Honestly,
keys.
that is the
I was
most.
just thinking
I
about that.
forgot about that.
Is
song.
that
song's
in
really
some
weird.
ways is that like a mutated reference to who got the keys to the bima?
Sim.
Can we draw a line that these are all references to each other, but it's so far away from the original? That's really interesting. I'm gonna look into that at some point.
That's probably where they like derived
Is that
that
where
from.
DJ Khaled got his little catchphrase?
Hope maybe.
They need to never make a song together ever again.
Who, Future and Jay-Z?
that
that
was
song
crazy.
sucked on the
It
fucking
didn't even
Khaled
suck,
album.
but it was just like what? Like,
Mid. Jay-Z should not be putting out a song that sounds like
now,
that.
have you heard that song with like I think it was
The
like
Future
Blueface
Future
in
was the
Game?
problem. I don't even know. Do you pay attention when a new Blueface song comes out right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I listen to Dirtbag.
I
What's
realized
that?
I'm a
His EP.
Oh, you liked it?
I loved it.
I didn't listen to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. You kind of lost me at some point. I gotta get back on the Blueface wave.
Honestly, it lost me too because it was just it's so much like drama and so much like random headlines that had nothing to do with the music. And
Yeah.
I feel
and the
like with
music
Blueface,
just-
a lot of the music kind of started to sound the same.
They can say that about anybody.
you can say
though.
that about a lot of
Yeah,
people,
you
but
can.
You can say that about Shoreline.
it's like
it feels
he-
kinda true
It
about
didn't like stay interesting enough
Yeah.
to me for a little bit.
I realized that I'm a Blueface stan.
You are. So
Yeah.
you like him that much?
I think I really do.
I do like
really
Blueface.
enjoy his music.
I'm
The-
just a little out of touch with Blueface right now. I'm gonna
The
be honest with
Bop
you.
song with Tyga is good. And then I also really
That's
like
also just,
the I'm bitch of the gang.
that
the gang.
Bob, that Bob song is literally just D-Lo.
We already had this
D-Lo.
conversation.
We don't give a
Remix
fuck
of
How
about
dare
no
you.
hoe.
Oh,
Let's
wait,
talk
who?
about the shit that the people really want to hear about there.
Oh, God.
6ix9ine
to the motherfucking
took
nine.
the stand today to
That's
snitch
insane.
on his gang members. But I'm going to be honest with you. This is how TMZ built it. Tekashi 6ix9ine snitches on gang members. ... Skinny from the 9 puts
What?
him on blast.
Wait, what?
What?
That's how they titled it.
What?
This news, this is some of the biggest news of the year, hip hop wise, that 6ix9ine is testifying. And they're going to somehow warp it
Skinny
into an anti snitching
Skinny.
PSA from Skinny from the 9. You fucking kidding me? This is insanity.
Do you think Skinny paid
think,
for that?
yeah,
How
right?
does he get into that headline?
He's got to just know a filmer and he hit him up like, yo, I could do this.
What,
blah,
Van
blah.
Lathan?
I hope it's not Van Lathan. I don't think Van Lathan's
He knows
doing
Harvey or whatever his name is.
It's got to be somebody in Jersey. Skinny from the Line ain't out here anymore. I don't think. Anyway,
what's the dude's name that like owns TMZ?
Harvey.
Well, he's the
Harvey
face of it. Who knows?
No,
who
not
fucking
Harvey
owns it?
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. That's a different Harvey.
Only Harvey I know.
Good guy though. I'm just kidding. I take it back. I was just kidding.
terrible.
It's a troll.
Okay, we read it.
Okay, I'm gonna read the TMZ article. We got rapper Skinny from the 9 out in NYC, and he straight up says Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching was wrong. It seems that Skinny's taking sides, giving Tekashi's ex-manager Shawty a shout out. As far as Tekashi ever getting a shot at reviving his career after doing so much snitching, Skinny from the 9 says it may be an uphill battle. Fake news, TMZ. I respect what you guys claim to do, but this is bullshit. You can't just put him in here talking about that and not mention the fact that he has snitched millions of times on everybody he's ever met in his entire life. How dare you represent Skinny from the 9 as if he is somehow a face of the streets? This is not right. This is not okay. You could have hit up Meek Mill. You could have told Meek Mill, we want a statement about 6ix9ine being a piece of shit who fucking rats, and Meek Mill probably would have gave you a fucking statement because you are sick. You are TMZ. Sorry, you're TMZ. You could get anybody to comment on this, and you should have. Instead, you got this fucking bum who has a history of snitching, and you don't even mention that he has that history. It's insane. It would be like somebody catching a fucking Me Too case and then being like, "Oh, wait, Harvey Weinstein says that he thinks sexual assault is wrong."
R. Kelly.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. So what's the premise of this? Like, is it just they caught him outside the airport and they're like, "Hey, 6ix9ine or
what do you think about?
What do you think about that?"
I haven't actually watched.
Let's watch it now.
I'm not gonna watch the TMZ video because I don't want to get claimed. But it is a video. It looks like Skinny from the 9 outside of a housing project talking about this, which is presumably that's what he's doing. Is he lives in a housing project right now? But I want to continue to talk about 6ix9ine and what he actually said. Allow me to continue to read from this. 6ix9ine has completed his first day on the stand in federal court where he's clearly panicked about testifying as his former fellow gang members of the 9 Trey Bloods. He spent nearly 2 hours on the stand wearing blue prison scrubs, a white undershirt, and still rocking his rainbow-colored hair styled in pigtails.
How do you get your hair like that in jail?
Yeah, wouldn't it have like grown out by now?
He probably had his celly fucking twisted up for him. Some fucking hermaphrodite fucking snitch that he's in the fucking PC with, and he had to do his hair
from. The color
from.
grows out.
Oh my god, they probably jizzed in his hair and it causes it to change colors and shit. You think that they're making fucking hair dye in there?
I'm just like, how the fuck is your hair?
There's got to be people are out there synthesizing alcohol and heroin in there and shit. Fucking.
All you gotta do is get some fermented bread and I don't know
to make that
to make
alcohol. To make hair dye. Somebody could figure it out. And dude, this is a guy who's motivated. He's got energy. Like he's probably working. He would do arts and crafts in jail. He'll work on his hair.
You think this nigga's in PC dyeing his hair? That's crazy.
Yeah, he's got Big Bertha fucking braiding his shit. He's got some dude. You know he's letting somebody clap his cheeks in there. He's horny. Jade's not around. He knows he's only going to be in there for a year, but he still wants to get it in. Pause.
Okay, let's get to what he actually was saying.
Oh, crazy.
Okay, at one point, 6ix9ine IDs the two men who are on trial. He nervously points at the defendants, Nuke and Harv, and ID'd them as 9 Trey gang members. Tekashi testified extensively about his hit song Gummo and how the August 2017 music video shoot introduced him to many of the 9 Trey members. For instance, he says that he first met Seco Billy and told him he wanted to do a music video with authentic gang members. Tekashi says on the day of the shoot he bought 36 red bandanas for them to wear on camera, and this is when he met Shawty. Prosecutors showed stills from the music video, and Tekashi pointed out and identified various gang members who appeared on camera. He also claimed that Trippie Redd was a gang member, but from a rival blood sect from the 9 Trey. So this is becoming a big deal that 6ix9ine ratted out.
Why is he calling out Trippie?
He ratted out Trippie as being a fucking brim blood, whatever the fuck Trippie is. I've been knowing that. Trippie always is doing that, brim blood, blah, blah, blah. I think in the first interview I ever did with it, like he has publicly claimed to be a blood a million times in interviews and in songs and on social media, you know? So that's why it's weird, because it's like 6ix9ine, like exposing Trippie Redd as being a blood is not really that big a deal when Trippie has said it a million times. It would be different if he said Trippie Redd is a blood and is associated with this, and this criminal acts.
Isn't that what he's trying to do?
But it sounds like he looped him in with a specific set and said
we don't know what he's saying behind the scenes.
I watched a bunch of videos in Retro. They were showing the Gummo video and they did all the fucking calling out people, and then the people judge asked like, "What is this song about?" And he said, "This is a diss song to Trippie Redd because he's in blah 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 set." That's
I just don't think that anything will come of this unless it somehow is extended to be like, oh, Trippie Redd is part of the Blood gang that did this, that shot this person. Then it becomes a big deal. Just saying someone's a Blood is not a big deal. That's why there's 5 million rappers who go out and say, I'm a Blood 24/7.
Yeah, but when you're tying someone to a specific set, saying this is a rival set and saying that, oh, this is a diss song that I did to him, in regards of our beef, then it's like you kind of are looping him into all your shit and saying like, oh, like this is the reason why we were doing this and doing that.
I just don't think that there's any reason to think that Trippie is going to get indicted because
but
he could be getting investigated for sure in relationship to all this, because who knows? Like, think about it. 6ix9ine probably, like, they want full cooperation from him. Who knows what else he might volunteer? He hates Trippie. Why wouldn't he be sitting in there and say, oh, Trippie was involved with this dude who shot this dude? Who knows what he might know about just from being in the streets, you know? And
that's kind of crazy where, like, memes turn into real life, whereas, like, they had that meme of him in court and just being like, have you heard of this person? And, like, just literally
that's real. That's not a meme. That's real.
Just giving out, like, you literally just throwing in extra information for what reason?
Why are you crying?
My eyes are just watering.
Oh, you're crying talking about 6ix9ine getting locked up? That's so sad.
Going away.
Let's keep it cohesive. Let me finish this before we talk about Houseful being emotionally erratic and crying his eyes out.
I hate you guys.
Tekashi testified that he never had to go through an initiation to the gang or personally shoot anyone. The gang simply wanted him to keep making hits in order to bankroll its activities. The snitching, which 6ix9ine agreed to do when he took a plea deal, will provide key testimony for the prosecutor's case. In fact, he testified that he started cooperating with the feds the very day that he was arrested back in November 2018.
Of course.
The feds fear for his safety, blah, blah, blah.
It's almost been a year. We still talking about this. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, this is what they're talking about.
I think it's because we've just never seen anything like this to this scale.
The rise and fall and snitch was like the biggest crazy thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's been a great day on social media just watching this all go down.
Well, at least now people know that the conspiracy theory of like, Trippie and 6ix9ine like actually being friends and being on the same management and label, but they actually.
I still think they curated a little bit of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but also like he's really just fucking calling him out right now.
I think they really have real issues. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I think they definitely like curated some of the Instagram live beefs and weird shit like that.
I think when you say that though, okay, let's think about this. Like, and not to beat a dead horse or anything, but when the Vic Mensa X beef happened, and it's like, you know, I see Scheme saying fuck Vic Mensa, and I'm like, oh shit, like, should I jump into this? It's like, I can't help but in my head realize, like, oh, if I'm fucking beefing with somebody, then all of a sudden people are going to be paying attention to me. If I tweet out, fuck this person, I know exactly what's going to happen. I know it's going to be a hot new hip-hop article, and, you know, a bunch of people are going to be talking about whatever. It's like, you know that when it's happening. So, of course, 6ix9ine and Trippie, when they're dissing each other, they're knowing that Academics is going to make videos about it. They know, oh, maybe nobody's talked about me in the media for the past 2 weeks, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to say I fuck your baby mama. That shit works. Easy. So I don't really think it's fake. I just think it's.
I didn't mean by fake. I just meant like they definitely like knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they know what's up. They're not idiots. They're children of the internet.
Lil B tweeted "fuck Kerwin Frost" randomly.
What the?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
But why? Does anybody know?
Nobody knows. Lil B, I don't understand that, because and the notable thing that Kerwin Frost did recently is they interviewed Chief Keef, and Chief Keef and Lil B have known each other and stuff, but there's nothing in the interview about Lil B, because that's the only thing that would make sense.
I think I watched like a great deal of his interviews. I don't think he even mentioned Lil B at all.
You would assume that Kerwin probably fucks with Lil B heavy.
I would honestly, if he doesn't, that would have probably surprised me more than if he.
What if? Because he tweeted out the day that the video of Kerwin like fighting Cardi got resurfaced. I don't know. Maybe he's like Team Cardi.
Wait, people started talking about that again recently?
Yeah, they're like, in honor of Cardi's birthday, like, here's this video of him beating up
That video
Kerwin.
comes back every fucking week, though.
Yo, that is an epic fight, because when you think about it, at that time, Playboi Carti was like a pretty not that super well-known rapper. I mean, like, on an underground level, we all obviously knew about him like crazy, and we all knew who Kerwin was. Kerwin was like John Ross's friend to me. Kerwin was not really like anybody that notable at that time, besides just like one of the New York fashion kids. And then all of a sudden, Kerwin's like killing it on YouTube.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He got a pencil on his face. He's married to Erin Jean.
Fire.
He's living the
and has a
life.
kid named Waffle.
That's really?
Yes.
Whoa, I feel like we're doing like a comedy set and that you just like brought it back to
brought
something that we were already
together.
talking about.
No.
Named Waffle. That's why we were talking about waffles earlier.
No,
Wow,
fact.
that's an insane
You need to
name.
name your
A
kid
boy or a
Pancake.
girl?
That's a girl.
Girl.
Named
I
Waffle.
guess.
Best
Waffle.
name ever.
That's
Cute
so
name.
interesting.
That's like, who else is going to be at school with that name? Great name.
Exactly.
Shout out to both of them, man.
I
Honestly.
feel like that's like Kerwin's motto though, because he got a pencil on his face, and it's kind of like the only
Who else
reason
is
you
gonna
could
have
possibly
that?
want to have a pencil on your face is because you're the only person who's gonna have a
it's
pencil
like a
on your
big
face.
pencil too. It's fire.
Yeah.
Literally like covers
I
his
fuck
whole
with him. He's
face.
fire.
I fuck with
you know,
that
his
pencil.
show's like sponsored by like Cash App or some
Yeah, I
shit.
saw
right?
that.
Really?
He has like
Sick.
Wow, that happened
everyone
fast.
fucking insane.
No,
We
it
got
was
some good ones
Like
recently.
the first episode was like presented
He's
by
making me
Cash App.
want to go harder because he's gotten a few ones that I've been fucking meaning to get for a long time.
But it's just so different though. Like the style of it is different. Like he's like at their house in their home, very intimate. You know,
He's playing a game.
it's not like coming to meet up with the Nazi white man and like, you know.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
a whole
it's different.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
different.
You're
It's
afraid-
at your home, you
You're
know.
afraid that he's gonna start reading some Nazi propaganda to you or something, make you watch a Ben Shapiro video.
You know, start talking about eating ass, like you
No,
know.
but that's the crazy thing about Kerwin is that he's got this access. He goes hard for the access, and like he got like the
I think he
access
just
to the
built these
fucking
relationships up with a lot of people
the
too.
Kanye shit.
did
That's
get
just
the
that's access. That's like nobody's
Yeah.
allowed in the fucking Kardashian family
Yeah.
home to do videos, but
Except
he got
for him.
in there.
Except for him, yeah.
That's a that's
Have
a
you
very
seen those, like, the
wise
Christmas ones and
decision.
shit like
Christmas
that?
one's funny.
I saw that one
Dude,
for
he's
sure.
fucking. That shit is like 10 out of 10 content.
I mean,
Yeah, even
once you get into
all
that
his,
environment,
like,
that's
Kanye
insane.
fucking album listening shit, like
All
all
of
the
them.
access he gets for that.
You
They're all
know,
good.
he came up to me when I was at that Kanye Wyoming thing and asked me if I had any drugs, and I was like, no.
What kind
should've
of
said
drugs
yes.
was he
I said
looking for?
no. I laughed my ass off. I was like, no, dude. I just got off the fucking plane, and he was like, and then I realized that they were filming me for like a candid camera thing. That was pretty funny. It would have been great if
should've
I was
said
like,
yeah.
yeah, dude, I got a fucking A-ball on me. Let's go do a line, bro.
You think he was actually trying to do drugs? Or he was just trying to. film
No,
you?
it was
He
for
was
a
trying
fucking
to-
segment.
He's trying to troll him.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
he's
funny. I'm
trolling
not
me.
gonna lie.
Can I talk about something very important to me?
Oh
Sure.
god. What
Take
is
a
it?
note, Yuri. This is going to be a section. All right. So first off, I've been working out really hard and eating meal prep and dieting and just feel my arm.
Damn.
Oh, you like that, huh? You like that? All right.
Okay,
He's
too
hard.
horny.
He's got a boner. I saw it. I've been working out really hard recently. This person hit me up and said to me, they said, would you be open to the idea of doing an MMA fight against
Whoa.
another YouTuber who doesn't have any sort of fighting background?
Joe Budden.
Would you be willing to do it? They gave me an offer of a dollar amount. I know who the person is. I cannot say.
You can't tell us?
I really wish I knew the
I
person.
want to know so bad.
This
Do you
person.
think you could fuck the person up? That's the question.
Well, I will talk about that in a moment. But the thing about it, and I don't think I'm going to do it. That's the main thing. I should just get out of the bag because I'm not going to do
Why?
this. Because I don't think it's enough money, and I also think it's going to take so much work, and I'm going to have to rush into. Oh, and you know what? The other part about it is that I would have to lose 30 pounds in 3 months
Why did you lose 30 pounds?
because the
You have to be in the same
dude,
weight
the
class?
dude is like 180,
Ooh.
and I guess he had
Can you like
agreed.
meet in the middle?
I know, right?
That's
Tell,
the
tell
middle?
him to go out to eat, get fat.
Yeah, gain 15,
He's in good
lose
shape.
15.
Is he taller than you?
No, he's
Who's
like
a
he's
YouTuber
like-
that's in good
you,
shape?
you don't know who he is.
I was about to say, just keep giving me hints. I'll figure
Shane
out.
No,
Dawson.
no. He's not big like that.
You're
You
gonna
guys
beat up
wouldn't know.
David
who he is. Yeah.
Watch him fight David Dobrik.
I
Or
know because
Jason Nash.
because
That's a
at
fair
first
fight.
when I started to do this, before they told me who the person in question was, when I started having the conversation with them, and then Lena goes, "What if it's True Jordy?" You know who that is?
No.
No, I'm
I
not.
was immediately like, "Nope,
Is
not
that who you
doing
were
it."
going to interview
Google
in the UK?
He was going to interview me in the UK, but he's as big as me. He's 6'3", and he's like fucking. I don't know how much he weighs, but
was
he looks
Lena.
like
Tell
he
the
weighs
truth, are
way
you-
more than me. He's a big monster motherfucker. As
was
soon
Lena
as I
testing
started to
you.
imagine it was him, I'm like, no,
Did
not
you-
ready for that.
Are you not doing it because you think you're going to lose?
I'm not doing it just because I think it's not enough money for all the time and work it would take. I feel like it would take a lot away from
you have
everything
to-
I'm trying to do
You have
business
to
wise.
lose weight in 3 months.
And then the weight loss is the fucked up part too, because it would be a different thing if I didn't have to lose the weight, because then I could just train my ass off, eat whatever, get fucking big and strong and healthy.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to lose 30 pounds in 3 months, I'm going to probably be doing like an hour of cardio a day at least. Like that's a fucking shitload of fucking weight to lose.
Yeah, and training for a fight in 3 months, like, honestly sounds terrifying.
But you know what? This is the thing. It made me realize that I want to start training MMA and jiu-jitsu because I think that this is the kind of thing that I would really like to do in the future. Like I was having a conversation with my trainer today. I was like, say different scenario, but I've been training MMA and jiu-jitsu for the last 6 months, and then I get this offer, then it's like, okay, boom, I'm down. But sure, I would
just
say,
to dive in is too
but
much.
to start now and have to figure out who's going to be coaching me, who I'm going to train with, and all this stuff, and I got a million fucking other things going on.
Yeah, the 3-month thing sounds intense.
And then the weight loss on top of it, so I'm going to feel fatigued.
What ballpark of money are we talking about here, though?
Less than 6 figures.
All right, well.
And I did, part of what made me start thinking about it was I was hanging out with Data and Lavelle, and Data and Lavelle will literally just fight somebody on the street for no reason. Like, they'll literally just fucking throw down with some random guy because he looked at them weird or something. And like,
maybe you should practice with them.
Right, but and then they're kind of looking
training.
at me having this conversation, and they're like, you're going to turn down a bunch of fucking money to fucking get, just to go and fight somebody, and you have gloves on, so you're probably never going to get knocked out, whatever. Like,
I think. Okay, can I be honest? I think that is what I think. You, even if you think you could beat the person up, I think you just don't want to be even remotely even have the chance of like losing or getting hit. And
I've thought about it a lot because, like, you know, when you think about Sticky Fingers, you think about him getting beat in that boxing match.
I don't even know what the
from Onyx.
Yeah, I know, but he was
uncultured swine.
He was in a fucking boxing match with
yeah, he did a fucking MTV boxing match against this white dude.
Are you talking about Celebrity Deathmatch, the cartoon?
No, obviously I'm not talking about a cartoon.
I know, I'm joking.
Who's the guy in Save the Bell that like ended up beating the
Oh my god, that show. Who did he get beat up by?
Who?
Oh fuck, what's his
name?
Yeah,
Screech. Who would Screech get beat up by?
No, Screech beat somebody up. Yeah.
Screech did a dirty Sanchez with a bitch.
What?
He put poop on. He put like a poop mustache. You can Google it.
You never heard that?
Swear to God.
That's honestly where I heard that from too. But Screech beat the nigga up on that show. Yeah,
he went crazy.
I didn't know that Screech ever had
forgot about that show.
No, you know who had a super mega embarrassing MMA fight is Jose Canseco, because he fought against this massive Asian dude who's like 7 feet tall, this huge, retarded looking ass fool. Like his face just looks all fucked up. He looks slow and shit. And Jose Canseco fought him, and Jose Canseco's running around in circles around the ring.
Oh my God,
and then finally the fucking Asian dude gets on top of it and starts pounding his head.
It's an MMA fight?
Yeah, and fucking Jose Canseco fucking taps out as soon as he starts getting punched in the face. It's so fucking bad. But yeah, anyway, obviously it would be embarrassing to get knocked out or fucking choked out on camera or whatever. But I'm not that worried about that. I guess I am kind of worried about like the stress of it and just like not feeling like ready for it at all. Yeah. Because who the fuck am I? Let's just pull back a little. Who the fuck am I to do a fucking MMA fight? I have no background in this. Like to start training right now.
I think that's the whole point of it though, is like not to get some fucking seasoned veteran MMA fighter.
But this is my vision. Imagine down the road a little bit, there's another like KSI Logan Paul type fight, and you got fucking Adam 22 Foose MMA fight on the undercard. You want to fight
Foose?
Is Foose?
Foose might fuck you up.
Foose just occurred to me as somebody who would be similar size to me.
Enough to like kill you.
He might fuck you up though.
Well, he's doing a boxing match. That's why he came to mind. Is I was like, I want to watch that and try to get an idea of what Foose's bringing to the table, because maybe I should fuck Foose up on camera.
Is this like a new thing for like YouTubers to fight on?
And it's big too, because the first KSI and Logan Paul one.
Should me and Kim fight?
I don't know if they would allow us to do both mixed gender and mixed race in a fight. That might be weird.
Same race.
I don't think the race matters, but maybe gender and height and weight.
The gender would be a problem. Yeah.
You need to lose 150.
She needs to lose 100 pounds.
Jesus Christ! I'll have to lose more than 100.
More than that? What do you weigh? Like 200?
Like 220 probably.
220.
Lose 120.
Lose 120 pounds.
I need to
in 3 months.
I need to get in the gym. I think I'm gonna go start training at the.
You're gonna start training
at
too?
The Y?
The boxing gym right by the store.
You should.
I don't know why I said that out loud, but
that's really part of what I want to start doing too. Is I want to start doing MMA and jiu-jitsu, but I want to start making vlogs about working out in general, like where I go work out with different people.
He's gonna be a workout YouTuber.
I think I might be.
I just want to be able to fuck somebody up on accident, like not even on purpose. Like
that is the weird thing about saying no to the fight, and it sucks that I can't read the chat right now because I'm sure they're going crazy.
So bad.
Yeah, me too.
You will be amused when I show you who it is, but it's not. No, it's not someone you know.
If it's not someone I know, then what? They're not a prominent YouTuber. It's something that I don't care about.
They are a YouTuber, but they're not famous. Like, I mean, they are kind of famous. Like, they have 1 million followers.
It's Drama Alert.
On the gram.
On the gram.
Who was that dude from Drama Alert?
Keemstar? No.
That would be a fair fight. I feel like you guys are big-ish.
You guys have the same beard.
No, he's small.
You guys kind of look similar.
Keemstar's small, but I mean,
how do you know?
Because I've hung out with him.
Wow.
But I mean, yeah, I think I could probably fuck. Yeah, Bradley Martin.
you
No,
think
he
you
would
could
fuck my ass up.
You
But he
could
might be
fuck
kind of
Keemstar?
slow. I don't know what
I
kind of
think
athlete he
KSI
is.
might fuck you up too.
KSI. Well, how much does KSI weigh? What's his height and weight?
I think he's like, I don't know.
But they're doing boxing, and to be honest with you, I'm way more interested in MMA.
boxing than
I want to
MMA.
be able to hit the ground. I want to drag Foose to the ground and choke him,
And fuck him.
and then fuck him afterwards in front of that whole sold-out Staples Center audience.
You think you're gonna sell out the
Me versus Foose as the main event.
and
Oh my
sell
god.
it out?
And
Nah,
then
but-
Drake's the fucking
But
referee.
if KSI and Logan Paul can fucking do that, then
They sold out the Staples Center.
they did.
it was a Staples
Yeah.
Center.
It's coming up.
I thought. Oh.
And
thought it happened already.
The
I thought
problem,
they're
they did
gonna do
another one,
another
but that
one.
was in the UK.
Jesus Christ.
But this is the crazy part about this is that the whole undercard is non-YouTubers. So
That's
it's like
stupid.
the first time that they did it, you had like Scarce fighting some dude. You had Jake Paul versus fucking KSI's little brother, etc. And that shit was tight. But now they got fucking a bunch of random boxers you never heard
That's
of.
terrible. They should have all YouTubers again.
You know, I feel like I would do well in that realm of sort of like just being
Is
like a
that Jessie
psycho.
Taylor and Lena
Jesse Taylor
fight?
versus Kim.
Let's
versus
talk
me?
about it. Let's talk about Jessie Taylor going on Dr. Phil. For those who don't know, Jessie Taylor is
A friend of the podcast.
a friend of the podcast.
A close personal friend.
Close
She did a podcast, just you and her.
Just me and her.
Classic content. What can they search if they want to see that?
Cam versus phone featured Jessie Taylor.
Okay. And so
Type in Jesse Taylor no jumper. It'll probably come up.
she went on Dr. Phil
That was
and
awesome.
acted a fool. And the way I came to know of her was because I was doing the stream, playing music for money, and she sent in a song, and she said that she was a stripper and that she was making money stripping and then giving it to me to play her song, and that she was trying to make it as a rapper.
And you're like,
and
oh,
I
wow.
really like that idea of a girl working in the strip club and doing lap dances and,
And then
stuff,
giving
and
the
then
money
giving
to
the
me.
money. Yes, I really like that. I don't like the idea of
Makes you feel
PayPal
like
taking a
it
percentage.
makes it feel like a virtual pimp or something.
You know, it's
a
just
little
cool. It just seems right. It's like reparations. You know,
For all the money
Reparation
you
for
gave to
what?
strippers, what?
for you know,
All
because
the strippers
I've
you say-
spent money in the strip club. Like I've gone to the strip club and spent hundreds of dollars
Have
When you
you?
get it back.
a couple times, not much.
Okay.
But then for the idea that money would be coming back to me,
You had no idea about her her streaming history, I guess. Or
I think this is before all that because this is
Really?
a while ago that she hit me up with all
How
that.
long ago was this? Like 2017.
Yuri, can you fetch me the spliff in my office as well as
Please.
a lighter,
Oh my god.
Fetch.
and also a dish for us?
Hey,
to
can you get a
ash in?
Red Bull too?
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, shout out to Red Bull. They sent through some product.
Okay, so
So anyway, that's how I met her, is because she was donating for me to play her song. Her name at the time was
Wait, you-
Lava Girls, but
What?
Whoa.
Girls was GORLS, and she was stripping. I think she said,
GORLS.
yeah, Lava
There's
Girls.
more than
It was
one
more-
of them.
Girls.
It was her and
That was
somebody-
just her name, Lava Girls.
That makes
Girls.
zero sense.
I know it makes no sense. It
How
offends me
how
too.
did she end up getting your number and becoming your close friend?
I don't
Because
know. If
That's
she,
what you guys
did
are.
she have my number? No, but
She said she does.
after that, I saw her at a party. Me and Lena were at a party, and we saw Lava Girls, and we were all excited. Oh, that's funny. It's that girl from the stream, blah, blah, blah. And then I can't remember. I think she might have hit me up trying to fuck us. But whatever. We didn't do
Should
it.
have done it.
Thank you, Yuri.
Thanks, Yuri.
And this pink fake.
Give me the
design
warmest
there.
one. All right.
Fake Goyard. And
Who
then
is this? Oh, this Ninja on a fucking Red Bull can? This is crazy.
yeah,
All right. Okay. So
Ninja.
She hit you
the
up?
other N word.
Oh my god.
And then anyway, that was pretty much all I knew of her for a while. But then I started to hear other things about her. She fucked a robot, right? Ice Poseidon's robot. She came on the podcast with
Robot
you.
Andy.
What else has she done that I need to know about? Because she's basically just had a whole bunch of ridiculous viral things. She went super viral because she got her
crying.
Instagram deleted and she cried.
yeah.
I felt that.
That was a really big thing. Because you got yours deleted recently, huh?
It was insane.
Let's
Why?
talk about that. Let's talk about that after.
Real quick, why?
I
Nobody
literally don't know why. I got an email back from them saying, "Oops, sorry. Here's it back."
Oops.
Okay.
And I oop.
Oop and hi. Oop. I know what that means now. Shout out to all my VSCO girls.
Wait, no.
You don't know what VSCO girls are?
No, any girl that I've seen with VSCO in the thing was young as fuck. So I don't know anything about VSCO.
VSCO camp?
That's not an exclusive part of the
I thought it
VSCO
was
girl
like a
thing.
high school thing or something.
No, but it's just it is the kind of
Thing
girl that basically dresses like she's in high school right now. I only know about VSCO girls because I watched a video that Leon Lush did about them. So shout out to him. And the and I oop meme is like a big thing.
I see that. I see VSCO in people's fucking things all the time. And
Hashtag?
no, in their bios on Instagram and shit. And
What
I'm
is
like, nope.
VSCO Girls?
VSCO is like a social
app.
media platform, and
Oh,
then
it's-
like
it's an old-
there's basically like a style of girl that's like associated with the kind of girls that love that platform.
But I think they use it to edit photos.
Yeah,
and
I
post
didn't know
pictures.
that it was its own social media
But
platform.
I started
it
to
used
realize
just be an editing platform.
It is that too, but like
Yeah.
Lena is kind of low key a VSCO girl because she's always wearing scrunchies and because she has a metal water flask. And that's two of the main attributes of it. So I'm kind of concerned about that.
Anytime it'll be a blonde white girl and it'll say VSCO blah blah blah, and I'm just like, and then I have a private page. I'm like, nope, click away.
Yeah, no, don't talk to them.
She looks like she's not 21.
Yeah. Anyway, so fucking
That's
Jessie Taylor, and then what else? Jessie Taylor. Oh yeah, what else? Like she fucked a robot.
So main things.
She's like a 6ix9ine type character because she's just doing whatever to go viral.
She's just viral just being herself.
Just trying. She's just doing anything she can.
Yeah.
She was on Instagram the other day threatening to fight fucking Selena Powell. Now she's on Dr. Phil. She's hanging out with that fucking Ava Louise girl that I interviewed too, who's a complete and total train wreck.
She says she hates her now.
That bitch was on fucking Dr. Phil bitch too. All these bitches are just trying to be like fucking bad baby. They're trying to follow the same blueprint of being a super ratchet bitch and then blowing up. I was surprised Lil Debbie didn't try this back in the day.
But they're grown though, which I think makes the whole difference. Is like, okay, Bad Baby was like 14 when she went
she
on
was
there.
13 when she fucking said that.
She was
catch me outside shit.
A child.
And like I feel like with these girls, even that Ava Louise girl.
I don't know who that girl is.
She's the
way
one that
too
said,
grown
like,
to be acting that stupid.
She's said like I'd rather die ugly than I'd rather die
hot.
What was it?
Yeah.
She's just all about calling herself a skinny legend and saying it's all about being skinny. She's not skinny. She's not skinny.
What's wrong with being not
And
skinny?
I'm not even saying it in a way of like, oh, she's not skinny enough. She's just not really skinny. Like nobody would really look at her and be like, oh, she's skinny. She's out here making fun of fat people constantly. It's like, you're kind of fat.
Like, you got to calm down now.
You got a little gut. You got a little pudge. Like, you don't get to go around throwing rocks. You're in a glass house of mild obesity. Not obesity. I don't even want to say that.
Not mildly obese.
But she got a little pudge.
Like,
but listen, skinny. Kim, you are skinny.
Thanks.
You're skinny.
Wait, call me a
that
skinny
bitch ain't
legend.
skinny. You're a skinny legend. Yes.
Wait,
Jason's not skinny. Jason, you know it. You're not skinny.
Lou's kind of skinny.
Saying that she's skinny is like saying Jason's skinny.
Wait, but listen, wait.
Jason's
I'm saying
what?
like the whole point is that she's saying that like people are fat.
But her whole thing is like, oh, I just want to be hot. All I care about is being hot and skinny, and all that matters is being hot. Like that's what she basically said.
It's just like a dumb, like people create like a stupid fucking meme character for themselves at this point.
And then go on Dr. Phil.
And Jessie Taylor has sort of fallen into this to a certain extent too. But then they go on Dr. Phil and they act like, oh, everything's so real. And she's like, oh, like no guy wants to spend time with me unless it's just for one night. It's like, okay, well you just fucked a robot like last year on stream. So if a guy doesn't really want to take you seriously right now, it's like maybe just give it a little time. A couple years from now, when people forget about the robot.
She was saying that dudes don't want to take her seriously
until they look at her Instagram.
Until they see her Instagram and see that she's popping, and then they're like,
she's not popping. That's what pisses me off too. Is that all these people are out here acting like pretend they're LARPing as influencers. You're not an influencer. LARPing. You don't have that many followers. It doesn't make fucking sense. How many followers does Jessie Taylor have now? It's not like even 100K, is it?
No,
it is, but like she gets like 100 likes per picture.
Come off it. Where's my ashtray, Yuri?
Did you watch the full episode?
I just watched the clips that we were just watching, and I'm not trying to hate on her or anything, but you're not famous.
No, but anyway, so like even Ava Louise goes on the episode with her to like try to talk sense into her, and then Ava Louise goes on it being like, oh, I'm a changed person now. Like I fell into depression from all the character I tried to create on Dr. Phil.
She tried to get me to delete her interview.
Because she's a changed woman now.
This dude just DM'd me and said, can you delete his interview? Some dude with like hella thousands of followers.
Who?
I don't know.
Ryan Beckford?
Yes, who is that?
He's just a kid from Florida that is pissed off because that Danny Duncan interview makes him look like a psycho.
But anyways, so yeah, they just go on Dr. Phil and they know that they're creating these characters. None of this shit is real. And I think the reason why Bad Baby worked is because I think she's actually that.
Bro, I need your help. Tell Adam to delete my no jumper. I look so stupid. I was on Zans and shit. Sorry, bro. You did that interview.
Who is it?
I don't even know who it is, honestly.
I like Ryan and everything, but don't deny your history. It's funny too because he had me blocked for forever, and then he followed me like a month ago, and then he just asked for me to fucking delete the interview. He's just like a funny guy on the internet, basically.
I was almost thinking to like have like my shit deleted because I'm just like I was just like saying stupid shit and like whatever.
What did you say?
I don't know, nothing really.
Don't deny your history.
I think I was just like
yours was funny.
I just noticed that I was talking to this girl, and she was like, "I'm gonna look you up on YouTube and see what you do," and da da da. And I was like, "Oh fucking A." And then she watched that and she was like, yeah, we get it. You have sex, bro. Like you, like da da da.
That's very much like a lot of no jumper
But that's what like
a lot
I didn't
of our
even notice I
content.
sounded that stupid till I talked to someone like regular with like a regular job, and she was kind of watching it. And was
Just
like,
explain. Be like, that was a couple of years ago. I was a sexist
say
pig.
you're a
Not
changed
no
person.
longer. Now I'm a skinny legend.
I wasn't a sexist pig, but I was just like, that's
were
all I was
wilding.
talking about the whole time. I was like, yeah, I was fucking this one bitch and da, da, da. And it's like, in reality, it wasn't that bad, but I'm just like, I got way more to talk about than just that stupid shit. You know?
Okay, and
literally sound like a
I
changed
support
man.
that, but I don't think that we should be
Going back
deleting
to
old
deleting it,
content
yeah.
because fucking you used to be a psycho.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the whole point.
Exactly, to show the growth. Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I think about that sometimes too. Like some of the interviews that I deleted that are like low key legendary as fuck. Jessie Taylor, I have 132K and I have 60K profile views and a couple thousand likes a picture.
Boom, nigga.
To me,
She's watching. That's so funny.
Shout out
I'm
Jess.
not even hating on her
That's
or
the
whatever. It's
homegirl.
just like
Honestly, I'll fuck with her.
forgot.
it's
Yeah,
like
you guys are best
they
friends.
can't find any actual fame. Like there's only so many Trisha Paytases. You know, who's like
what-
Trisha's
I love
actually
Trisha.
she's actually huge and she's actually nuts. There's just not that many people who are like that. Most people who are like big on YouTube and stuff kind of have it together because you kind of have to have it together to be like consistently making content. And they're always looking for a social media train wreck. And now they got fucking this girl volunteering herself as a sacrificial lamb to just fill that role. But it's fucking bullshit. You got 132K. Guess who else got 132K? My
Probably a
fucking
lot of
dentist, probably. The fucking dude who edits your fucking videos got 132K.
I mean, honestly, like it's just like everybody is just in this thing where it's like that their whole life is revolved around that shit. And like
Well,
I understand why, like, you know, like I'll be mad too, but honestly, bro, like you gotta just keep it moving, dog. Like, I don't know, like you gotta like your whole persona shouldn't be built off of just like Instagram and shit like that. And like I was talking to her, I was just kind of letting her know, like, yo, like if you are gonna have these old things that people are gonna bring up that you aren't fond of talking about, like the way you got to go about it is not the way that you're doing it, because you're just antagonizing them to keep fucking with you.
I'm
and
confused. So does she know what she's doing and does it on purpose, or is she actually like delusional?
She's just out here trying to go viral. But I don't know. Yeah, like her crying about getting her Instagram deleted. I don't think that was like her intentionally going viral. That was just her doing something that was so ridiculous that she went viral.
Or like I just meant not that she got mad at Dennis, but she went on the Dennis Rodman thing. I don't think she got mad, but she just like
He went on the Dennis Rodman podcast.
And
I'm supposed to go on that too.
he was
You
kind of
definitely should.
Everybody's
He
starting
went into her.
podcasts. It's so crazy.
Honestly, I didn't
Dennis's
understand. Okay,
podcast.
I'm a person I can pretty much understand when people are saying shit that other people don't understand. Like, you know, like you hear a song, you're like, what did this nigga say? And like that's how Dennis Rodman sounded to me watching the podcast. I had no idea what the fuck he was saying.
A lot of my interview I did with him is kind of like that too.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga.
I will never forget about Dennis Rodman because I said Migos and he goes Negros, and I'm like, what? Like horrified. I can't even say Migos without him changing it to that.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. So anyway, kids, fucking worry about being a good person in real life and like having real goals and not worry about Instagram. Even if you have to worry about it, don't actually worry about it.
Let's take a quick sidebar to talk about this bizarre Drago and Bino mixtape that came out. Did they have a real mixtape before this, like a definitive
Yeah.
project?
Sorry for the
Turn
get
up?
off.
Get off.
Sorry for the get off.
With the
Because-
yellow cover.
And
This
that was-
is such a change of pace. It's so bizarre. They went full auto tune.
yeah.
Well, you know what? They kind of alluded to that when we did the interview
did?
with them.
Oh, they did say something about their new
They
shit was gonna be
it's
crazy,
gonna be
right?
on some whole other shit.
I think they were trying something new, and like personally, I don't think it sounded bad.
I don't think it sounded bad, but I also
Yeah.
don't think that their audience is probably going to be that into it. I'd be interested to see what the YouTube
beats are
comments
so
would be like if
different,
they
too.
drop a video like that.
The
Yeah.
beats were so different. Everything was so different.
It's so different.
There
I
are
don't
some-
even know who I was listening to. Like, I don't know who was rapping
When
during what part.
someone was playing the first song in the car, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this, Nav?"
Bro, this my producer homie did the same thing. He was like, "Is this like one of those SoundCloud kids?" I was like, "Nah, this is
Jessie Taylor calling in.
she's FaceTiming me as
Just
we're
pick it up and hold it up right to the mic so we can listen to her.
yo."
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm like watching the whole podcast. I just want to say like one thing.
Okay.
Okay, so right now I'm like doing my hair or whatever. Okay.
Great.
I'm watching like the whole thing, right?
Okay.
And like I just feel like, okay, like Cam girl, like I have no problem with you, but for you to lie and say I only get like 100 likes, like
Okay, you get maybe 1,000.
She
Sorry.
estimated. Sorry that we don't
Sorry.
fucking.
I'm
We're
not-
not.
I'm
We
not
don't have
taking
your
notes.
social blade pulled up.
No, let me freaking
But I have seen your social
Let me
blade.
freaking talk.
Let me talk. I don't ever like talk about you like that, so why like I don't understand like why you always talk about me like that. Like honestly, like I know like I thought we was cool.
You thought I couldn't speak English.
I didn't know that you didn't speak English.
Can you hang up? This is all conversation so stupid. You're weird and bigoted and racist. Your parents are immigrants and they don't probably speak English either.
You've never met me in person.
Hang up.
Let me say something. For you to go and try to learn how my name so you freaking look better, you only got like, what, 60K? But I get it. You're a no jumper. So yeah, you have to understand not everybody that follows me likes me, so I'm not going to get as many likes. My profile views are crazy.
Okay, listen, Jessie, you're being very defensive about your social media engagement, and I'm going to be honest.
I really don't care.
I don't think that the audience is that concerned. Like, Cam Girl sincerely apologizes, I'm sure, for saying that you get 100 likes a photo when it's really 1,000.
Maybe 1,000.
2,000, honey, to 3,000, yes. Correct.
Great.
But guess what? I don't care because people know my name. I get recognized at the McDonald's drive-thru, bro. I don't care. Like,
congratulations.
I don't care.
We're just trying to we're trying to figure out where you go from here because we saw you on Dr. Phil. We understand that you're in kind of a precarious position. What are you doing from here? What are you working on?
Honestly, like, I am trying to, like, strip still, and I just, like, wanted, like, I asked you, like, how much the music video was. I want to get a music video together, and I've been doing music since 4th grade. Like, this didn't just pop out of anywhere. Like,
$2,000. We'll drop your music video for $2,000.
I don't know. I might, like, honestly, like, I'm just gonna, I'm trying to, like, wait for the job.
He tried to give you a number.
I'm trying to make a sale. $2,000.
I'm trying to, like, wait.
He's trying to give you a number. You're not
even
even
in the
hearing
booty
him.
club.
Oh, what's he saying?
He said $2,000. He'll drop your video.
He said 1.2 when I talked to him.
Oh.
The price went up.
Price is going up. Price is going
Okay, well,
up.
that's kind of like a finesse because I will pay.
Can you fucking hang up? Jesus Christ.
Okay, Jessie,
Just hang up.
we appreciate you. Thank you for calling in, but we're going to continue on with the podcast. Let's talk soon. Bye.
Okay, next topic. Or let's just fucking end this because now I have a headache.
I love that she called in just to defend her Instagram engagement.
Fuck, I don't
which
give
you
a fuck.
obviously you were guesstimating 100, 1,000 is the same
Whatever,
category.
same
She was
shit.
just saying that you had bad engagements. Like, that's okay. Not everybody's gonna have amazing engagement. I got 1.5 million. I posted a photo with a bunch of my African American homies. I don't even think we hit 20K.
The Migos?
No.
Honestly, look. Hey, to be honest though,
Negroes?
Look, lights and all that shit. It
We're
matters.
still talking about this? Oh
No.
my God.
I'm saying like it matters, but like me and Blasey just fucking dropped these jerseys that didn't get that many likes, I guess, on Instagram, but we fucking made a lot of money.
I'm
off
trying
it.
Those
to
went crazy on Twitter. They were
Those
going
went
viral
insane.
as fuck.
But we made more sales from Instagram. 'Cause, like,
Instagram I don't know why, but people from Instagram are more likely to buy Twitter. They're just trying to like look for some funny shit and retweet
like
it.
you know, like every second for like 24 hours is like I need this, gonna buy this, and I'm like, you would think we fucking got
where can they go if they want to cop a Perk 30 jersey?
Nothingpersonal.com.
the nothingpersonal.com or go to the link in my bio on Instagram at
Link
Little House
in
Phone
bio.
or the link.
I'm
in
proud of
Blasey's
you
bio.
having a successful merch drop, even though it's
Based
pushing
on-
a product that is genocide.
I mean, I'm not.
Do a
it's
little
not-
speech on it. Be about
So,
anti-perks.
When all those
So-
kids are under the bridge smoking perks,
Nah, chill.
it
Look,
is what it is.
So look,
I don't want to hear it.
The whole thing is like, okay, obviously it's like the perk thing is like a running joke at this time where it's
Yeah,
like
fair,
it's
yeah.
like a meme for like at this point. I probably took in like 1 or 2 perks in my whole life.
Stop capping. That's like more than
No.
that.
I used to take
Like
Matt
you're taking more
Xanax.
than
I used to
that.
take Matt Xanax, but I probably
Is
tried.
that-
Because
Isn't it like
we're
the
from
same
the
thing?
Xan era.
We're
We're
from
not
the
from
Xan
the
era.
perk era. The
Yeah,
new
this is-
era is the perk era. Kids are not
Alright,
as
Lil
into the
Xan.
Xans because the perk is more of an upbeat, fucked up, numb
there
vibe.
a
Whereas the
Lil
Xan
Perk
is.
yet?
Dude, so many people are like, oh, that's not even real. Like a perk 30 is a Roxy. That's not a perk. And like it's like my nigga, it's a meme. It's not really like meant to be
There
like.
really isn't a perk 30?
I mean, like I guess
know
like
anything about perks.
different pharmaceuticals have different like and different like they do this shit differently. So it's like
Interesting.
I don't
People
know.
taking Roxy's too.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
Oxys, motherfuckers
You want me
rapping
to put
about all that.
Roxy 30 on the jersey?
So is
Like, no.
Roxy and Oxy a perk under the perk family?
They all
Man,
basically are
this-
made up of Percocet, right? I don't.
I remember in
guess.
college
I would-
everyone was doing Roxy's.
I'm not a fucking pharmacist or a fiend, so I don't know. All
Anyways,
these
buy
niggas
Debatable
the
on that
jersey,
second part.
buy
guys.
the jersey is fucking.
Buy the jersey.
Possibly you are a fiend.
Fuck, what was I
We
gonna
did
ask
really
about?
good on that though, and I'm
That's
really
fine.
proud of that.
Proud of you.
Thank you, bro.
Proud of you.
I love how Adam was like, I can't support this, but I'll like I was like, you want one? He's like, I can't wear this, but I'll support it. And
I
I'm like,
retweeted it and all that, but I just couldn't really
You
like
couldn't- you
wear
couldn't-
it. I
You
feel
don't
like
wanna wear it on
people
the next podcast?
because people are gonna be like, oh, look
Oh,
at
you're
him. He
pushing-
says that he's anti-drug, blah blah blah, but he's wearing a Perk 30 jersey. Because the reality is that I don't do drugs anymore, and it's like but we still joke around about drugs and talk about drugs and shit so much that people just assume that we do.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like, I think that's where I dug myself a hole, and I'm trying to climb out of. Is like, I was just so open about all the crazy, stupid shit that I did. It's like that's all people know from me, and that's all they like hit me up. That's all they want to hear, and I'm just like, bro, I'm not even on that anymore. I am a grown ass man now.
But everybody is like that because everybody sort of starts making music when they're in that phase in their life where they're partying super hard, and then that's like, just not sustainable. Most people, when they're in that super hard party stage, it lasts like less than 5 years, and then at a certain point they fucking pop out of it. But then it's like a lot of people, like even Shoreline, like they got kids now. OGZ and Phoenix were just in here. They're not getting fucked up, but they fucking still, like, they know motherfuckers want to hear them rap about lean and Molly and shit.
And like getting fucked up on occasions. Like the last couple times I turned up was when we went to.
Do you think you're gonna try to be like Future and pretend like you're still?
I don't think it's necessarily about pretending. It's like, my nigga, if this is something you know about, you speak on it. Like, yeah, like you might hear me drop a line about a perp. You might hear me saying something about, I put some coke in the bitch's butt or some shit. Like, that don't mean I did it. That don't mean I did it last week, but I might have done it before.
Yeah, but I mean everything's like that.
That's like niggas is talking about shooting niggas like they just shoot a nigga the last night.
When you start rapping, you might not realize it, but everybody's kind of dream in the long run is to have sort of like more of a stable, healthy existence with a nice spot that they feel comfortable in. So you still rap about the hood, but yeah, you want to be living in a crib in the valley. It's like that's how it is for everybody, but like motherfuckers still act confused. It's like, I feel like you just rap about all the grimy ass shit you ever did because that's what you have to go on, like also, talking about all those ham on everything nights.
Yeah, but I'm trying, but like, I also want y'all to know that I be at Whole Foods looking at MILFs.
I think you should do a rebrand and just like make music like Chance the Rapper.
Not even that. I just want to speak
love
about,
my wife.
I want to talk about, meeting a white bitch with a big booty at the kombucha line. You feel me?
You can talk about that too, though.
I want to talk about eating a vegan cookie and getting some vegan pussy.
I met a bitch buying kombucha. I put some coke in her booty.
Oh.
See,
stole her heart
I just
like a booster.
merged your two worlds,
I stole her heart like a booster.
I woke her up like a rooster. No, this coke wake you up like a rooster. Ooh. See, I'm so
when I eat
fucking
chicken,
lit,
I eat red rooster.
Ooh. If I was taller, I could be a hoopster.
Ooh.
Don't say that. Hoopster sounds gay. Nobody says hoopster. Except me.
You forgot Hooters.
I realized.
I grew up. That's what my dad would say about someone who played basketball as a kid.
Hoopster.
Like that guy. He's a serious hoopster. That's what my dad was.
I realized that I'm really bad at basketball the other day.
Oh my god, your form was terrible.
We did the photo shoot for the jerseys
but it fit. It was
it was amazing.
Wearing, per 30
I realized I was bad at basketball when I got destroyed by Riff Raff.
Oh my god!
For a video,
I've never seen like worse shots.
Why did I waste $1,000 on that?
That was fire though, because like your shots, like dude, it was like
I was bad.
What was it about? Like if he wins, you pay him, and if you win, he pays you.
It was a straight up bet, which is really stupid. I should have got odds on the bet because he's clearly got way
he
more
raps
experience.
about like Larry Bird and like
he played basketball in college. He's got a fucking repertoire.
He went to college.
He like almost went to NBA
for a little bit.
He almost went to the NBA. And
Riff Raff, since I interviewed him, like when I interviewed him, he was in okay shape. All of a sudden, he's in ridiculous shape. He's like fucking ripped, crazy six pack.
Every time I see a picture of him, he just gets buffer and buffer.
But he's not like huge steroid, ridiculous buff like he used to be. He's just like ripped buff now, which is probably a better look as a rapper, in my opinion.
He's still rapping?
Speaking of rappers,
about something.
I want to talk about Keed, Drake.
Keed and Drake, they asked me, the label asked me to go to that show repeatedly, and I fucking didn't go because I wanted to go home and sit on the couch and, blah, 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 eat healthy. If I went, I would have been in the presence of Drake and I could have fucking met him and I could have got that photo. Probably be like, yo, bro, let's do that interview. Now that you talking to me in person, Drake, you know that I'm a cool guy and we're homies. Shout out to the 6 OVO for life.
He's not going to do the interview till you watch Top Boy.
Exactly.
That would be something to talk about.
They dropped a compilation thingy playlist on Spotify. Has a new Drake
song. Did you
get
a brand deal from them? Because you're talking about this so much.
No,
I fucking love this show.
I'm going to watch it, honestly,
it's like you
tonight.
talking about The Wire. Did you get a brand deal from Wire?
No.
Exactly.
And it's been off there for like 10 years.
Whatever. They could be trying to revive it.
Also, you guys need to start watching Succession because it's incredible.
What's
lame.
It's amazing.
What's it about?
It's a show on HBO about a family who are basically like going through a bunch of turmoil. It's just like they own this family that's like basically like Fox or Disney or something, a huge media conglomerate, and they're just going through all kinds of crazy turmoil. And the family is going crazy trying to fight for power. And it's amazing.
Speaking of Power, I need to watch Power.
I've never watched Power.
Because I love 50 Cent. And
I watched one season of Empire and I've never seen Power.
I saw a little bit of Empire.
I think I'm super good on Empire.
I want a 50 Cent interview so bad, and if I were to get hit up and like they were to say, "Oh, you got an interview, but you got to do it tomorrow," what am I going to do? I'm just going to binge Power, or am I going to admit to it? I've never seen it?
No, you should
watch a little bit of Power.
You should just talk about everything else you know about him except for the Power.
I think you should definitely talk about Power.
I'm gonna have to know something so I don't seem like a total idiot.
I watched his interview.
With Big Boy?
Yeah. Oh no, with like Real 92 or
yeah, so
that
like
that
just came out. He just did a media run. Didn't include me. Where's Laura? Laura, get me 50 Cent.
We need 50 Cent.
I think she left.
But one of his main points is that he just respects nothing that Rick Ross has ever did in his music career ever.
Damn.
Like he was just completely disowning that Rick Ross has done anything credible or anything acknowledgeable.
I mean, you gotta say that if you're
50 Cent.
beefing with someone and you hate them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's really good at being mean.
That's his whole thing. He's never gonna he doesn't want to make peace with Rick Ross, so he's just never gonna do it. He's just gonna shit on him for the rest of his life.
Like that's fun. So crazy to me that they're even like beefing that strong.
What were they beefing about?
Who even knows?
I put out the Spider Loke interview, which was doing Spider Loke from G Unit. It was doing quite well, but then it got demonetized. Now it's not doing that great, but whatever.
Damn.
Also,
you talking about something crazy.
I saw that.
Wayno interview doing really good. I put up the first chunk today.
That's your idol, right?
I fuck with Wayno.
I like Wayno.
I feel like he was honestly the only person that could have worked out on that show.
He's doing good.
Besides Joe Budden. Star was terrible and weird and talked about how he went to like sniff Nadeska's butt
not on camera.
Seat before.
He didn't say that like in an episode.
I felt that. He was just like weird and like seemed like a hater. I don't know.
Wayno got 45K already on his clip that we dropped today.
Shout out Wayno.
Shout out Wayno.
Is Kim our Asian Nadeska?
Yes. Matter of fact. I think she's a little more active. Typically,
hey,
she's supposed to be.
Nadeska be getting in there.
She's a moderator.
She be getting in there though, like and debating and telling these niggas to shut up when they be talking about stupid shit.
Yeah, she reins them in a little bit.
Yeah, I like her. I have respect for her.
Yeah, she's good.
Nadeska.
We're gonna wrap this up because I have to piss so bad that my fucking penis is gonna explode all over the room.
This was a great episode.
It's a really good episode, and I think we got a couple good clips, guys. Let's get those clipped soon.
Let's timestamp and clip
6ix9ine clip, the Adam turning down the MMA fight clip. Probably the main ones.
I never turned down a fade, so I can't relate.
Yeah, me neither.
You literally just turned down a fade for money.
For money, good
money. Also,
too.
guys, we are gonna be taking donations and listening to your music after me and
we will.
Right.
Are we gonna do it here or in the room?
You do it in here.
Let's do it here.
Okay.
You don't have to do the switchboard though. You can just stick with the main angle.
And we can bring the TV closer.
But thank you for watching. We'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week. No Jumper Show. Yeah. Bow bow. Can I have my switch and my charger?
Can I get my switch and my charger?
And I got my.